one narrow waterway, one global economy. And now, three major powers moving their warships into the same zone. The Strait of Hormuz has become the center of a dangerous geopolitical showdown as Iran, China, and Russia conduct massive naval drills, directly challenging U.S. dominance. Is this just military signaling? Or are we witnessing the beginning of a new global naval standoff? Welcome back to Global Pressure Point, the channel that explains global power struggles with clarity, balance, and depth. If you want fact-based analysis of world events, hit subscribe and let's dive in. So, why does the Strait of Hormuz matter so much? Picture this. It's one of the most important choke points on Earth. Around 20% of the world's entire oil supply passes through this narrow passage every single day. That's millions of barrels of oil powering homes, cars, and industries worldwide. Any disruption here isn't just a local problem. It could cause global oil prices to spike, throw international shipping routes into chaos, and shake financial markets across the globe. This immense strategic value is why the U.S. Navy has maintained a constant presence here for decades, ensuring the free flow of commerce. And it's also why Iran, which borders the strait, considers control over this waterway a matter of absolute national security. For Tehran, it's their backyard. For the rest of the world, it's an economic lifeline. This tension has been simmering for years, but what just happened has turned up the heat significantly. Iran recently announced large-scale naval drills, including live-fire exercises, right near these critical shipping lanes. While Iranian military exercises aren't new, what made this different was who else showed up. China and Russia joined in. Suddenly, this wasn't just a regional display of force. It was a trilateral, coordinated naval maneuver involving warships, support vessels, and advanced maritime surveillance, all operating under a joint command. Think about that. Warships from three different nations, all practicing together in one of the world's most sensitive maritime areas. This wasn't a routine exercise. It was a carefully choreographed, strategic message sent to Washington and the rest of the world. The message is clear. There are new players on this stage, and they are learning to work together. This brings us to the big question. Why are China and Russia getting involved in the Persian Gulf? Their presence is no accident. It's a calculated move with clear strategic goals. For China, the motivation is twofold. First, protecting its energy supply routes. As the world's largest oil importer, China is heavily dependent on the oil that flows through the Strait of Hormuz. Securing these routes is a top economic priority. Second, it's about projecting power. Beijing is expanding its naval presence far beyond the Pacific, demonstrating that its navy can operate globally and challenging the long-held U.S. dominance in key international waters. For Russia, the calculus is different but complementary. Moscow is looking to counter the immense diplomatic and economic pressure from the West, especially over the conflict in Ukraine. By joining these drills, Russia demonstrates that it still has powerful friends and global reach, despite Western sanctions. It's also about strengthening military ties with a key partner like Iran. Together, these drills signal a deepening strategic alignment. It's a partnership of convenience, united by a shared goal of creating a world order that is less dominated by U.S. maritime control. So, how does Washington see this move? From the Pentagon's perspective, this is a serious development, but not entirely a surprise. The U.S. has been watching the growing ties between these three countries for years. The American response has been firm but measured. It includes maintaining its aircraft carrier presence in the region, continuing naval patrols to ensure freedom of navigation for all commercial vessels, and issuing diplomatic warnings against any unsafe or unprofessional military actions that could lead to accidents. The official U.S. position is unwavering. The Strait of Hormuz must remain open and secure for global trade. Any attempt by any nation to disrupt that freedom will be met with a decisive challenge. The U.S. is signaling that while it acknowledges the drills, it will not be intimidated or pushed out of a region it has policed for decades. So, is this a direct challenge to the United States? The short answer is yes, but it's a strategic challenge, not a military one, at least for now. These drills are carefully designed to achieve several objectives without firing a single shot in anger. First, they test and improve the coordination between the Iranian, Chinese, and Russian navies. Can their ships, communication systems, and command structures work together effectively? Second, these exercises are a powerful form of power projection. They show the world, and specifically the U.S., that this coalition can operate together in a region historically dominated by the U.S. Navy. It's a way of signaling deterrence, a message that says, we are here, and we are a force to be reckoned with. It's about creating a new reality on the map, not about starting a war. However, the biggest danger in a situation like this isn't necessarily intention. It's miscalculation. The waters of the Strait of Hormuz are incredibly crowded, not just with warships, but with massive oil tankers and container ships. In such a tense and congested environment, one simple mistake, one radar misread, one overly aggressive maneuver by a ship's captain, or one accidental collision could spiral out of control with terrifying speed. When you have warships from multiple global powers operating in close proximity, the risk of a small incident escalating into a major international crisis is very real. History is filled with examples of major conflicts that began not with a grand plan, but with an unexpected spark in a volatile region. Ultimately, this showdown in the Strait of Hormuz signals a much bigger shift in the global order. We are witnessing the world move from a unipolar naval order, dominated by the U.S. since the end of the Cold War, toward a multipolar one where other powers are asserting their influence. U.S. dominance at sea is no longer uncontested. It is being openly and deliberately challenged. Strategic choke points like the Strait of Hormuz, the South China Sea, and the Suez Canal are becoming the new pressure zones in this global rivalry. What happens in these narrow waterways has a direct impact on energy security, the stability of global trade, and the future of international diplomacy for everyone. The Strait of Hormuz is no longer just a shipping lane. It's now a stage for global power rivalry. On this stage, Iran is asserting its regional control. China and Russia are expanding their global influence, and the United States is determined to maintain freedom of navigation. This isn't a hot war, not yet. But it is a clear and undeniable warning of just how fragile global stability has become. What do you think? Is this a warning shot from a new alliance? Or is it the beginning of a new Cold War at sea? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you appreciate this kind of calm, clear analysis of complex global events, please subscribe to Global Pressure Point, like this video, and share it. Thanks for watching.